What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show and Merry Christmas. So I told you guys I was going to do a video today. So this is going to be a quick video. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about Congress, the 117th Congress. They're gone. They're done. They're done for the session. So we're going to talk about what could potentially happen in 2023 when it comes to Congress. And we're also going to talk about this politician that didn't vote on the omnibus bill. And she didn't vote. There's a reason why she didn't vote. We're going to talk about that. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. We do daily videos here. So by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. Okay, so the first story I want to talk about, let's go ahead and switch over to our screen here. And we need to talk about saying goodbye to the 117th Congress. So this is a Politico report here, and they're basically just talking about this. And if you guys didn't know, the 117th Congress, that's the Congress that we were in the last 2 years. So now they will be going, and we will have new Congress people coming in. Some of the old ones will still return, of course. There are no term limits, so a lot of these politicians just keep coming back. But this will be the 118th Congress. That will be the new Congress coming in January 3rd. Now, we don't know who the new speaker will be, but we know that Kevin McCarthy, who Republican, is trying to get that seat. But if it's not Kevin McCarthy, it will be a Republican because Republicans they'll be running the House. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next 2 years when it comes to legislation, because we have split government, and there's going to be a lot of problems in the House. I know that already. I'm going to be following this and letting you guys know all the different things that are going on when it comes to the House. But I anticipate that they're not going to move forward with the legislation at all. I don't think they're going to do anything, nothing major. We won't see anything major come out of the House. We might see the Senate vote on some bills that are major, but once it gets to the House, it's just going to die. And I think the House, their main concern and their main focus is going to be trying to bring down President Biden. That's it. They're going to be opening up all these different investigations. But when it comes to any real substance for the American people, we're probably not going to get much from the House. And you can argue that the 117th Congress did some things, but there are a lot of things that they did leave on the table. But it's going to be even worse in the next 2 years. And that's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. We have Democrats fighting Republicans, Republicans fighting back at Democrats. Everyone wants to impeach everybody else. And it's just, I mean, it's crazy. It really is. It's unfortunate. We elect these people to represent us in Washington, D.C., and they go to Washington, D.C., and they don't do any of that. So we'll have to follow and see where this all goes. But like I said, there's going to be so much stuff going on when it comes to Congress next year. And it's going to start off with the Hunter Biden thing. You know, they're going to be jumping all over that. Investigations and all this stuff. And so I want to know what you guys think about Congress. What do you guys think about the 118th Congress, a new Congress coming in? Do you think they're going to get anything done? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, this next story, I'm going to start off here. Okay, we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, now I'm going to start off with this letter that she wrote, basically saying that she needed a proxy to vote on her behalf when it came to the omnibus bill. Okay, and let's see if we can zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, so that's as large as I can get it. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, she writes this letter to the clerk of the U.S. House of Representatives. She says, "Dear Ms. Johnson, pursuant to House Resolution 8, I write to notify you of the designation of a proxy to cast my vote." Okay, so if you guys don't know what's going on when it comes to these proxies, because of the pandemic, they had proxies, so you wouldn't have everyone, all the politicians in one room at the same time. And so they've been able to designate a proxy to vote on their behalf. So that's what she's talking about there. "I am unable to physically attend proceedings in the House chamber due to the ongoing public health emergency. I hereby grant my authority to cast my vote to proxy to the Honorable Barry Moore, who has agreed to serve as my proxy." Okay, so just looking at this, she's saying she can't physically be there. Okay, she can't physically attend. And then she does cite the ongoing public health emergency. So she's talking about just what I was saying when it comes to this whole situation of COVID and the pandemic. They didn't want to have people traveling back and forth and being in the same room at the same time. And so that's why she is saying this Resolution 8, pursuant to Resolution 8, I'm going to have someone stand in on my behalf. So that sounds good, right? I mean, there are a lot of people that probably wanted to do the same thing. And there are actually a lot of people that did do the same thing in the House, because you had 200 people that didn't show up. That I won't say didn't show up, that weren't there to vote. They had proxies to vote on their behalf. Now, what's interesting, and let's see, let's go to the first photo here, because I thought this was interesting. Okay, so here's a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is sitting on a plane. Looks like she's in business class, and it looks like someone secretly took a picture of her. It looks like the person sitting right next to her, or maybe sitting across the aisle. Actually, yeah, sitting across the aisle, took a picture of her. So that's the first picture. And then this next picture, she's picking up her bags from baggage claim, which, okay, it makes sense, right? If she's going back home, that she's flying back home, she's there, she's picking up her stuff. But what's interesting about this photo, and then the caption below, if you can read the caption, let's see if we can zoom in just a little bit more here. It says, Greene looking at her phone at baggage claim at the airport in Liberia, Costa Rica on Sunday. So she's in Costa Rica, and she's been in Costa Rica all week. And so that's the reason why she couldn't vote on the omnibus bill. Now, we knew she was going to be a no. She was going to vote no on it. However, she still could have voiced her opinion on why she was voting no. She didn't. What she did is she tweeted. She put out all these different little tweets, the Omni Monster and all this stuff she was tweeting out while on vacation in Costa Rica, not representing the people, and saying that, you know, I have to have a proxy stand in because I can't physically be there. Now, what's really sad is what we just talked about. Congress, the 117th Congress, they ended on Friday. She could have waited until Friday and then gone on vacation if she wanted to do that, maybe wait until after Christmas and then go on vacation. But she chose to do it the week that all this stuff was coming down, all the large omnibus bill and all these other different things that were going on. She chose to go to Costa Rica. And I just think that's just poor judgment. And it's sad. And she was trying to get away with it because she wasn't letting people know where she was. And she did post some tweets at this time. And it's just, I mean, she's not telling us that she's on vacation. And so she's clearly not concerned about what's going on in the U.S. and what's going on when it comes to a government shutdown, the omnibus. She's not concerned. She'll tweet about it, but she wants to be on her vacation. And she's citing this whole having someone proxy on her behalf because of the pandemic. But she's flying out of the country. It's amazing to me. And I plan to keep sharing stories like this with you guys because I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democrat. We need to know what these politicians are doing. And a lot of times they try to do this and they try to sneak away and go on vacation. And it's just sad. I mean, there's certain times where you can set aside time to go on vacation, but this is not it. And she knew that this was coming down. She knew that there was going to be this large omnibus bill that was going to need to be voted on right before the end of the year. But she chose to go on vacation. And when it comes down to it, it's just disgraceful. It really is. These people are making $175,000 a year, and they can't even the largest bill this year, and she couldn't even be there because she wanted to be in Costa Rica. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Merry Christmas again, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.